Good morning, everyone. I'm calling the meeting to order at what I believe is 8:30 this morning, a special meeting of the Guilford Selectboard. So welcome to the people who are here in the room, and welcome to those of you who are on Zoom. We'll start out as usual with the rules of procedure.
Sure. So the Select Board, as required by law, conducts meetings in accordance with Vermont Open Meeting Law 1 VSA 310 to 314. At these meetings, the public must be afforded a reasonable opportunity to give its opinion on matters considered by the Select Board, so long as order is maintained. Such public comment is subject to the reasonable rules established by the chair, or in this case, the vice chair of the Select Board, 1 VSA 312H. While the law clearly establishes the right of public participation, that right is not without limits. The statute reads, at an open meeting, the public shall be given a reasonable opportunity to express its opinion on matters considered by the public body during the meeting. As long as order is maintained, public comment shall be subject to reasonable rules established by the chairperson.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Are there any changes to the agenda order? Anybody have any? Okay, so now we have 5 minutes for public comment. Is there anybody who would like to offer? I mean, nobody got in touch with me in advance to offer one, but we have time.
Good morning, folks. I'm not sure how to raise my hand on here. It's Danielle LaTulip, and I do have something that I'd like to quickly share, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Okay, so I just quickly would like to bring attention to the recent article that was published in the Commons regarding election security. Although it was a very short article, there was much misinformation within the article. I don't have it in front of me at the moment, but I just would like to let the public know that I'm happy to discuss that with anyone who has questions or concerns.
Okay, thank you so much, Danielle. Okay, is there any other public comment?
I have a question.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to identify yourself?
I'm Debbie McNeil and I live on Sweet Pond Road.
Go ahead, Deb.
And my question was just doing research on our people that are running. And I was wondering if all the Select Board members are volunteers for Zon's campaign,
No,
because it says it on his website.
it does. I would be surprised. Really? I'm listed on his.
I'll have to go back and look. It said all supporters, all the Select Board supporters. And also, I was wondering if the town administrator is also a powering force for Zon's campaign.
No.
Powering force.
Okay, I'll have to reread the article then. Thank you. That was
Yeah, I
my
mean,
question.
I'm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would be stunned. I've offered my support to nobody.
Okay, so I'll have to get into that article a little deeper.
Okay, well, thank you for your comments. Is there anything else? Okay,
Tara is here.
Tara is here.
Jason Heron has his hand up, and I don't know if he's succeeded by
I
that.
think we've passed 5.
Okay. Okay, I mean, they'll.
Actually, folks, quickly, this is Danielle LaTulip again. I just, Deb, for the sake of the conversation here while we're on the topic, Zon's campaign website actually does, we have, it does, just so you're aware, Chip, it does state yours, your wife's name, etc.
Right. I've never had
So-
one conversation with him at all regarding an election.
Yeah, oh, we have, there's Michael Becker and his wife. So there's, just so you're all aware that that is accurate
If
information.
you remove my name and Lori's name as soon as this meeting is over, that does not sit well with me at all.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on to the main.
Quick question. We were at public comment period, correct?
5 minutes, I think we did. Go ahead. What do you need?
Well, what I was gonna say was, I was sitting here listening to Debbie and I could see Jason Heron's hand has been up quite a while and he wasn't acknowledged for the public comment. So I didn't know if with Zon not here, if no one's paying attention to the board, but Jason's hand has. been
Yeah,
up
we
for a
just put a
while.
5-minute limit on it. This isn't, there'll be there's 5 minutes at the end too. It's fine.
Okay,
We
so,
still have a minute and
Oh.
20 seconds.
okay, so
Yeah.
Jason, would you like to make a comment?
90 seconds.
I would. Thank you, select board members. Just to reiterate what Debbie and Danielle has said, every one of the select board members, Miranda, you are on it. Michael, you are on it. Chip, you are on it. There are 3 former select board chairmen or chairwomen on there, Sheila Morse, Ann Ryder, and Richard Wazansky. Our town administrator is also listed on that. Tara Cheney, the select board member, is also listed on his website. This isn't looking good for anyone in Guilford, and Vernon is starting to really pay attention to this. This is really affecting them as well. This is a clear conflict of interest. Even if anyone says that our vault has not been compromised, it's just one word against another, and this is getting really serious. And I hope that you are all recognizing that the fact that you're all on his website as powering his campaign, including our town administrator, and either if you didn't know it, I mean, that's even worse. I'm not sure how to respond to that, but that is the fact of the matter, that you are all on his website, listed as volunteers powering his campaign. So I think that at this point, any decision you make, you should be very cautious of how that is going to be reflected to the residents of Vernon and the residents of Guilford.
Okay, thank you, Jason.
I was gonna
Okay,
say, for the record, totally upset that my name is on that, and actually totally upset that anybody's name is on that. Okay, that's a mistake that needs to be rectified, whether you're personally gonna vote for that individual or not. And I'm on the, I'm not telling you how I'm voting, but that's a mistake that seriously needs to be rectified, and names have got to be removed. One of the best parts about this job is 5 independent people sitting here with no loyalties to each other than our work for the town of Guilford. So to have that on a website without my permission is an assumption that should not be made. And even if I was a Zon supporter, should still not be on the website, because it's a direct conflict of interest. You cannot have 5 names that you work with at the town office on a website for an elected position. Totally uncalled for.
Very well said, thank you.
So let's move on and get this going.
Okay, new business and Tara. is here.
okay. So Tara, are you here?
God.
I'm here. I'm a little challenged, but I'm here. If you see me, I'm here.
Okay, I see you.
I see you. Would you like to take the lead in talking about?
Sure.
Yeah. thank you.
Okay. As long as everyone can hear me. Let's see here. All right, so I missed the first part of the meeting. I apologize. But we are here to present a press release because some things have been said in regards to the select board and Secretary of State. And we, as a select board, the 4 of us, feel that it's really important to make a statement. So I'm just gonna read the press release, and it goes like this. Guilford, Vermont Select Board wants to share the facts. The Select Board has an interest in the people knowing the truth. Statements have been made and complaints have been circulation and impugn the credibility of the Select Board, whose interest is in making Guilford a great place to live and visit. We are writing now to present actual
We're losing you.
We're losing. Hey, Tara.
facts to the neighbors we serve.
Can we?
On Wednesday, July 3rd, the Guilford
Hey,
Select Board held a
Tara.
special meeting titled Staff Access.
I don't know if I can.
Tara, We're having
Yeah.
sound issues.
Why don't you call in and do it on the phone?
Okay, then okay, I'll call in and do it on the phone, but if somebody else wants to read it, I
I'll read
have
it.
a lot left.
I'll read it.
Can we post the text of this on a screen share as well?
I have less
Yes, and no.
at service.
No, we're not going to have poor sound.
Okay, I can work on that, Miranda, hold on just a minute.
I think that for the sake of clarity,
Sorry.
we should show it as well as have people listen to it.
It's gonna take a moment, sorry about
Okay,
that,
well,
I
we
didn't pull
can-
it up on this laptop.
We can wait.
Maybe Chip could read it meanwhile.
I think that,
Well, we're not in that much of a hurry. Give it 5 minutes, and if we can, I'll read it.
I think that it's important that people be able to see it as well as hear it.
Got it.
If I'm cutting out,
Yeah, you are cutting out.
somebody else definitely needs to read it out loud.
We can have somebody else read it out loud. I just think that it should be seen as well as
I
heard.
think so too.
Sorry. Technical difficulties here.
Give me your phone.
There we go.
You calling me?
Is that the final?
Yes.
What?
To Zoom. And share the screen.
Hold on.
And we have some people in the Zoom who don't have their first and last names clearly on the screen. Can you please change your name to your first and last name? Okay, I'm sharing the screen now. It doesn't have the whole thing.
It doesn't have the.
Well, it's, you can see that it's.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
can-
bunch of
So
browser
there's
junk
no way to make it larger.
This document, I would say not this one.
Okay.
That possibility.
Can't be read from here.
No.
Not at all.
Sorry, but maybe people, oh boy, what have I done?
Maybe people watching remotely can see it.
Yes, I believe they can. Are we waiting for Chip? What does Chip want to?
I can read it.
He
Okay,
stepped out.
I'm not sure where
Shouldn't
Chip
there
is.
be a quorum? Or, oh, Sherry's on. She can hear you.
Sarah is here.
Okay,
Do you think I should call in instead?
I can hear you now, but you were cutting in and out before.
I haven't moved. I mean,
Okay,
I can try again.
I don't mind to read it. Guilford,
Okay.
Guilford, Vermont Select Board wants to share the facts. The Select Board has an interest in the people knowing the truth. Statements have been made and complaints have been circulated that are untrue. Those statements tarnish the reputation and impugn the credibility of the Select Board, whose interest is in making Guilford a great place to live and visit. We are writing now to present actual facts to the neighbors we serve. On Wednesday, July 3rd, the Guilford Select Board held a special meeting titled staff access to town vaults per 24 VSA section 872. The special meeting was to address communication within the town office. A discussion was needed to begin creating internal policies and protocols within the town office regarding vault access and duties. At this meeting, the select board was adamant that not a single select board member has codes to either of the vaults, nor do we want access or view this as appropriate. With this meeting, it became clear that internal policies and protocols, including swiftly installing a security system, would be a necessary good measure. On July 15th, Danielle Latulip, town clerk of Guilford, sent a message to the election administration at the Secretary of State with concerns about a secure election. Stating that she was hearing from outraged voters, she lodged a complaint alleging that Zon Eastis, chair of the Guilford Select Board, a former election official now running for state representative, had access to the vault containing election materials. This statement is simply false. According to 17 VSA section 2456 states, no person shall serve as an election official in any election in which his or her name appears on the ballot of the Australian ballot system as a candidate for any office unless he or she is the only candidate for that office. Zon Eastis has recused himself from any election conversations or policy making regarding the vaults and internal protocols. He has also withdrawn from being an election official in regard to the August 13th primary. No select board member, including Zon Eastis, has combinations to any of the vaults in the town of Guilford. Both combinations were changed this year by the town clerk. The Guilford Select Board has full faith that the town clerk has the experience and support to run a seamless election for all Guilford voters, which is a pivotal role and responsibility of the office. The town clerk now has a safe for storage of all election materials per the suggestion of the election division at the Secretary of State's office. The Select Board will continue to communicate with all office staff and elected officials to ensure the safety and security of the town office through surveillance, a new safe for election materials, and secured lock boxes. We trust that the policies being developed will ensure cohesiveness and confidence and uphold the democratic process. And it's signed by the 4 members of the Select Board and not Zon, who had no part in writing this.
Okay, can I just say, Barb B, can you please add your last name to the Zoom? And Greg.
Is that Barb Belcher to me? Or Bob Borick? I guess
No,
there are a
and
few
user
Barbs.
01. Please type your first and last name into the Zoom, or I will put you in the waiting room. Thank you.
Okay, is there, there's now 5 minutes. Oh, Tara, did you want to speak on this?
I only want to say that we felt that it was really important to have a statement. So the voters of Guilford have a right to form their own opinion. And we just want to ensure that if there were in fact concerns about us having access to the vault or vaults, that it's completely untrue. unfounded. And, we're hoping that we can all just move on and have a wonderful election, and that we want to remove any doubt that any voters have.
Thank you, Tara. Does anybody else on the select board have anything they wanted to add to that?
No.
I mean, it was part of our learning that we found out that the select board is responsible for this building itself. We're not involved in interfering with the election in any way, but the running of the building in terms of just the physical plant is something that falls under the oversight of the select board. And it wasn't something we sought. It was just part of the statutory responsibility. And the steps that we've taken and put in place seemed, like making sure that there was security, additional security for the protection of everybody was our intention.
I see Daniel's hand.
Okay.
I think we need to, maybe there should be a motion to accept.
Okay, thank you.
To publish this.
Okay,
press release, and
I'm looking
then there
for
can
a
be
motion to accept this public release.
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any more conversation about it within the select board? Okay, then I'll poll the members. Okay, Tara,
Aye.
Aye.
Chip, okay,
Roll call,
Mike,
yeah.
Aye.
and I say aye. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, so now it's time for public comment. Danielle?
Could you please share who wrote that press release?
The press release, the draft of the press release was primarily written by Tara.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
just have a quick question,
Tammy.
Tammy Sargent, Creamery Road. You said there's a safe that's now been set up for the election. When did the safe get set up? How long has that been in place?
About a week
and a
ago, I
half.
think, yeah. It got ordered very quickly. It was the town clerk's office made the choice of the safe to order, and Hannah and Danielle, I believe, set it up, and
So they ordered a safe, they received it, and all of the election stuff is now in it, but we don't know exactly when that, or actually, maybe Danielle knows exactly when that happened. I'm just curious how long.
Amy, I would have to go back and see what day it actually arrived in the office. But I set it up as soon as I could. It was a bit heavy. So the following day I had Dan and Ryan Snow come in to help move it into one of the vaults, but I can let you know that.
Yeah, I was just curious. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. Okay, Anna? Anna Klein, did you want to comment? We can't hear you, Anna.
Jason.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, can you hear me now? No.
You're breaking
Can
up.
you can hear me
I can hear
or
you.
no?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
No, now,
If you can hear me enough to understand, no, okay. Oh, well.
okay, Jason.
Yeah,
Jason,
thank you.
would you like to make a
Yeah,
comment?
Yeah, it was stated that that the chairman or no select board member has combinations to the vault. I'm assuming our town administrator has that combination. Could you tell the public who has access to the vault combinations? when Danielle gave the vault combinations up, who exactly did she give them to? And again, I'm assuming our town administrator is one of those, but could you just let the public know when the select board took over the combinations of the vaults, who had access at that point?
I can answer that question. Both vaults, the combinations to both vaults are held by the town clerk. And I have the combinations to both vaults also. I have just secured the combinations in a safe place and I don't use them. I haven't used them yet.
And furthermore, they're not shared with any member of the select board or any member of the public.
Nor do we want them.
No,
And
The treasurer also has the combination to at least one of them.
Just the treasurer's vault. She does not have the combination to the town clerk's vault.
and Jason
And-
did make a statement that the select board give up the combination to the vault. Since I've been on the select board, no select board member has had the combination of the vault. That's what this is all about.
okay, I see. Is that Lynn King who has her hand up?
Yeah, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to make a comment. I do not have the Brattleboro Commons in front of me, but there was an article posted and there's a lot of comment which concerns me because I don't really agree with it. Referring to a lot of distrust in general at the office. And really any election is always secure. And I think that it's unnecessary, and I believe it was unnecessary to have such comments about all staff when indeed it is the people who want to be reassured that everything is secure. And I think that that's just common. I don't think it's one person
that's
being against
unquote,
another. And I'd like to ask who at the town office, where did most of that information, who initiated that conversation to paint all of your staff as this group of distrust when it's the people who want security?
Okay, thank you very much, Lynn. Our time for public comment is done. And you're free to continue to post your questions on the town website and we will take them up. So is there any other business within the select board that we need to deal with now? Okay, then I'll go through the actions taken.
Article.
We had one action, which was to read, present, and finally vote to accept the press release created recently. And so actions to be taken, I guess the actions to be taken will be to read the comments on the town website, should there be any. And then I suppose the next action is to request a motion for adjournment.
I will gladly make that motion, wrap this thing up.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all in favor indicate by, oh, I guess we have to
Yes,
poll.
it's a roll call.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, Tara?
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
Chip?
I
Michael?
Aye.
Okay, and I say aye. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tara.